we need to stop giving Scott Galloway as much of a platform as he's been getting. When I first heard him and some of the stuff he was saying, I bought into it too. Here's a guy who seems to be able to cut through the bullshit. But then when I really started listening to him, not just the things he was saying, but the delivery of it, I started to realize he's kind of an asshole. And he has a very limited point of view on the world. But I think people like him because he's this big masculine man. He's liberal, or at least claims he is. Closest thing you could get to like a stereotypical man that's still liberal friendly. But he's a marketing guy whose success comes from the business world. And yet he gets this platform to talk about boys and men and social issues. The things he says doesn't reflect a true understanding of the nuance and complexity of the human experience. If you listen to him, he actually has a very old school idea of what a man should be. Not very liberal friendly at all. He's of the opinion that a man's life revolves around women. He has literally said that for a guy to get his life together, he needs to be in a relationship. There needs to be a woman involved. That's the biggest load of bullshit ever. If you can't get invested into your own life for your own sake, having a woman step in isn't going to make you a better person. It's just going to make you perform for them. It's not going to change whatever it is in your relationship with yourself that makes you not want to invest in your own life. Also thinks that the guy should pay for everything all the time, should never split the bill. If we're talking about early dating, then I think it's a nice gesture. It's a bit old school, but I think it's nice. But he's opposed to splitting the bill and has even said, like, if you split the bill, you're guaranteed for them to not kiss you. The dude lives in New York City. There's a pretty good chance in New York City that the woman makes more than the guy. Not all the time, but there's a chance. An even better chance that they're probably making about the same amount of money unless the guy's in like tech or finance or something. It's totally fine, especially in a more modern world, for on occasion the bill to be split, or shocker, for the woman to pick it up once in a while. He summarizes life as being about sex and money for men. Sex, money, and power. That actually does more harm than good to young boys and men because it kind of reaffirms this patriarchal standpoint of like, this is all you're good for. Instead of trying to preach inherent worth, instead of trying to preach getting in touch with yourself, of learning to self-regulate, doing all the things it takes to be a healthy, functioning human being. He also thinks that the answer to the lack of socializing and risk aversion in young people is for them to consume more alcohol and get more drunk. And we know now more than ever how harmful alcohol is to the brain, especially for developing brains. Drunk driving has issues, just doing things that are actually detrimental to your health while drunk. And this dude's answer that he gets paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to stand on stage and speak to is kids should be getting more fucked up. His solutions just keep us in the same loop when it comes to the relations between men and women. If you also listen to him, if men's only point of view is to get sex, money, and power, where does that really place women? Her value is in being in relation to him and loving him and giving him sex. There's a certain old school dynamic that he's essentially still pushing forward and proposing. Put it bluntly, get off his dick.